Hello dear students, welcome to Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota. This is Jigyasha Prajapati presenting here class 6 computer science video lectures of chapter 8 Introduction to QBasic. Students, in the previous video of this chapter we have learned about the QBasic statements. Okay, so students, now you have to open your computer book at page number 88. Today we are going to cover up these topics: elements of QBasic, operators, saving a program, opening an existing program, executing a program and exiting QBasic. Now we will start with our first topic, which is elements of QBasic. QBasic consists of following elements. First element we have character sets. The character set in QBasic consists of numbers, alphabets and special characters. So student, character sets of QBasic language holds numbers, alphabets and special characters. First we have alphabet. In the alphabet we have capital A to capital Z alphabet, or we have small a to small z alphabets. Next we have numbers. In the numbers we have digits from 0 to 9. Next, special characters. In the special characters we have symbols: dollar symbol, double quotation symbol, semicolon, colon, hash symbol, and symbol, asterisk, percentage symbol and blank spaces. Okay. Now the next element we have constants. Constants are the fixed values which do not change the execution of a program. So students, constants आपकी fixed value होती है जो आपके program execution के दौरान change नहीं होती है. Okay, so these are fixed value in the program. Next element we have variables. A variable is a value which changes during the execution of a program. Variables आपकी values होती है which can be changed during the execution of the program. It is the place in the computer memory with a name and address. So students, you can write a variable like a equal to 10. Here 10 is your value and a is your variable. Okay. Next we have keywords. Keywords are those words which are already defined in the programming language and have special meaning. So students, in every programming language we have some predefined keywords and we use that keywords in the program of any programming language. Okay, like in the QBasic we have print keyword, we have int, we have input. Okay, CLS, these are your keywords. They are also called reserved words. So student, they are reserved words. We can't use these reserved word or these keywords in our program for other purpose, like we can't define a variable with a keyword. Okay. Some keywords used in QBasic are CLS for clear screen, input, print, lat, lan and int. Okay, so these are the keywords of QBasic programming language. Now we will move to our next topic, which is operators. An operator defines the type of operation to be performed on data. So students, operator आपको बताता है which type of operation we can perform on the data. Okay. There are 4 kinds of operations in QBasic. So students, we have total 4 types of operator in the QBasic programming language. First we have arithmetic operators, next relation operators, next logical operators, and last we have a string operator. Okay. Now we will discuss each of these operator one by one. First we have arithmetic operators. They are used to perform calculation on numeric value. By using the arithmetic operator we can perform mathematical operation on the numbers. Okay. Various types of arithmetic operators are given below. So this is a table of arithmetic operator. Here first symbol or first sign we have addition operator. This is the symbol of addition operator and we can use this addition operator like this: x equal to a plus b. Here the variable x holds the addition of a plus b. Next operator we have subtraction operator. This is the symbol of subtraction operator and we can use this operator like x equal to a minus b. So here x holds the result of subtraction of a and b. Okay. Next operator we have multiplication operator and this is the asterisk symbol which is the symbol of multiplication operator. and we can use the multiplication operator like this, x equal to a multiplied by b. Okay. Next operator we have division operator, and this is the symbol of division operator. We can use division operator like this, x equal to a division by b. Next we have exponential operator, and this is the symbol of exponential operator. Here you can write x equal to a exponential b. Students, here a is a number and b is the power of that number. Okay. Here if you want to write 2 power 3, then what will be the value? The value will be 8, because 8 is the value of 2 the power 3. Okay students. Now the next operator is relational operators. They are used to compare two different value. These operators will always return a single value as a result. So students, when we want to compare two different values, then we have to use the relational operator, and this relational operator always return a single value as a result. Okay. Various relational operators are as follows. So this is a table of relational operators, students. Okay. First operator we have equal to operator, and this is the symbol of equal to operator. We can use this equal to operator like, you can write a equal to b, or you can write is a equal to b. Next operator we have not equal to operator, and this is the symbol of not equal to operator, and you can write it a not equal to b, or you can write it is a not equal to b. Next operator we have less than operator, and this is the symbol of less than operator, and we can write this less than operator like this, a less than b, or you can write is a less than b. Next operator we have greater than operator, and this is the symbol of greater than operator. You can write it like a greater than b, or you can write is a greater than b. Next we have greater than or equal to operator, and this is the symbol of greater than or equal to operator. Okay, and here you can write a greater than equal to b, or you can write is a greater than or equal to b. Okay. Next we have less than or equal to operator, and this is the symbol of less than or equal to operator, and here you can write it a less than equal to b, or you can write is a less than or equal to b. So students, these are the relational operator provided by the QBasic language. Now the next operator we have logical operators. Logical operators are used to compare two or more values. So students, where we want to compare two or more values, then we have to use the logical operators. These operators will always return a single values as a result. Same as the relational operator, logical operators also return a single value in the result. It may be true or false. Okay, so student, the result may be true or result may be false. Logical operators are given as alongside. So this is a table of logical operator. Here we have three operator. First we have AND operator, and this is the symbol of AND operator. AND operator returns false if any one condition is false. Okay student, अगर आपकी एक भी condition false होती है, then your result will be false. Next we have OR operator, and this is the symbol of OR operator. This OR operator returns true if any condition is true. So student, if your any condition is true, then your result will be true in the OR operator. Next operator we have NOT operator, and this is the symbol of NOT operator. This NOT operator returns the opposite value of the result. If your result is true, then the output of this NOT operator is false. Okay, so it always returns the opposite value. Next operator we have string operator. QBasic uses the plus operator to combine or concatenate two strings. Students, concatenate means combine two string. ठीक है, जब भी आपको two string को combine करना होता है, merge करना होता है, then we have to use this string operator. Okay. A string is a collection of characters that are enclosed within double quotes. So student, string को आपको जब भी लिखना होता है in the QBasic program, then you have to enclose that string in the double quotation. Here you can see, for example, I have write A inside the double quotation plus B inside the double quotation, and this statements give a result AB. Okay, so here you can see A and B concatenate and make a string AB. Okay, now we will move to our next topic, which is saving a program. Students, we have already learned how to write a program in the QBasic in the previous video of this chapter. Now we will see how to save a program in the QBasic programming language. Okay, to save a program, follow the given steps. First, after typing the whole program correctly, click the file menu. So students, here you can see this is the file menu. Okay, this is your file menu. We have to click on it. Click the save option. The save as dialog box appears. Here you can see this is your save as dialog box. Here you can see the name of this dialog box, save as. Okay, next, type the file name in the file name box, and here you can see, student, this is your file name box. Here you have to type the name of your file, then you have to click on this OK button, then your program has been saved. Okay, now the next topic we have opening an existing program in the QBasic. To open a program, follow the given steps. First step is click the file menu. Next, click the open option. The open dialog box appears on your QBasic screen. Then all saved programs will appear in the separate box named as files. Students, here you can see this is the open dialog box, and here we have files box, and here we have already saved program that we have already created in the QBasic programming language. Okay, next, select and click the file you want to open in the QBasic. So student, here you have to click on any program that you want to open. The selected file name appears in the file name box. Here you can see, student, I have selected the program 1 and the name program 1 has been displayed in the file name box. Okay, now click OK to open the selected file. This is your OK button. Now you have to click on this OK button, then your file will be open in the QBasic programming window. Now we will move to our next topic, which is executing a program. Students, now we will see how to execute a program. To execute or run a program, follow the given steps. First step is click the run menu present on the menu bar. So here you have to click on the run menu from the menu bar. Here you can see this is your run menu. Next, click the start option. Here you have to click on the start option. Then you will see the status messages creating .exe file or starting program in the window. Okay students, when we click on the start option, then the execution window of the program will be appear on your screen and you can see the output of your program. Okay, you may also press F5 to run the program. So students, F5 key is the shortcut key to execute a QBasic program. Now the next topic is exiting from QBasic. Okay, now we will see how to exit from the QBasic. To exit the QBasic, follow the given steps. First, we have click the file menu. So this is your file menu. We have to click on it. Okay, this is your file menu. Next, we have click the exit option. A message prompt will appear on the screen. Here, student, this is your message, and the message is program is not saved or save it now. Here we have two options, yes and no. Click yes to save the program, otherwise click no. Students, if you want to save your program, then you have to click on the yes option, or if you don't want to save your program, then we have to click on the no option. Okay, now we will see the practical of how to save a QBasic program, how to open a saved program, and how to exit from the QBasic window. Okay, let's see. Here I have opened a program in the QBasic window. Okay, now first we will see how to save a program. For this, first we have to click on the file menu. Okay, you can see this is your file menu, click on it, and here we have to click on the save option. Then the save as dialog box will appear on your QBasic window. Okay, here we have to write the name of program in the file name box. I will type program 1 and click on the OK button. Then my program has been saved with the name program 1. You can see the name of this program 1 here. Okay. Now we will again open the QBasic window and we will see how to open an existing QBasic program in the QBasic. Okay. First we have to click on the file menu. Now we have to click on the open option, and here you can see this is the open dialog box. Here in the files box we have a single program which is program 1. We have to select this program. Then when we select it, then you can see the name of this program in the file name box. Okay. Now we have to click on the OK button, and here you can see, student, our program has been opened in the QBasic window. Okay. Now we will see how to execute this program. To execute this program, we have to click on the run menu from the menu bar. Then we have to click on the start option. Then this output window will appear on your QBasic window, and here you can see the output of this program. Print 2 plus 3 will print 5 on the execution window, and next print 10 minus 4, the output of this statement is 6. Next statement we have print 4 multiplied by 5, the output is 20, and the last statement is print 100 divided by 20 and the output is 5. Okay. So this is the output of this program. Now we will close this output window. Okay. Now we will write one more statement here, print 8 plus 2. Now we will close this program without saving the program. So we have to click on the file menu, and here we have to click on the exit option. Okay. Now here you can see the message prompt. In this message prompt we have 3 options: yes, no or cancel. If you want to save your program, then we have to click on the yes. If you don't want to save, then you have to click on the no option. Okay, students. So here I will click on the no because I don't want to save that program. Students, I hope you have understood all the topics that we have seen today and the practical of the QBasic. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.